Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back with more Unreal World today, continuing our Caveman series. And if you've just tuned in for the first time, links to this series plus all my other Unreal World stuff are down in the description, so get yourself all caught up. But as of right now, we are standing over our latest victim here, a big wild pig. Well, it's not actually big, but it is a wild sow that we successfully hunted. It was a tricky one, but we managed it. I've got the dogs tied up behind me so they don't eat any of the carcass while I'm preparing it, but unfortunately it is too big for us to lug around. So we're going to skin and butcher it here, and then we're going to take all of the goodness, the resources and whatnot, the meat, the skin, and we're going to process it right over here in this location at one of the settlements of the Sartola clan. That just makes it easier for us since it's gotten warmer out here and we're not going to be able to dry stuff. Although, I don't know, we might be able to still dry it, but I'm not going to worry about that. We're just going to smoke it in an NPC village. So that's just the first goal for today. Once that's taken care of, we're going right back out there and we're still on the hunt for seals. But I think really what I need to do is focus on setting up one of these caves. Here we've got two possible cave locations, the pink dots there. We can get those set up to smoke, and I don't have to come over here to the Sartola or up north to the Seal tribe. That would be a lot better for us. I'd rather be smoking inside of one of our caves, so that's probably what we'll work on today. We'll see that, because of course right now it is kind of just a waiting game until the ice melts, and hopefully that's when the seals will start to show up along the coast. But well, I'm new to it, guys. I've never done this type of thing before, going really seal hunting in earnest, so I hope you're excited for the episode and the series. Let me know down in the comment section. Hit that like button as we're going in, and let's go ahead and get this pig taken care of. And we are here at the Sartola village, at least the closest one to the coast that we know of. And I've got the pig skin over there by their little watering hole. It's just set up right here, being the first stage of tanning process. And we've got ourselves a freshly lit little oven right here. Check it out. So the NPCs are real good about keeping their fires lit. So once again, if we come in here and just order our character to start smoking, I did grab, I always do the S command, and it's not S, it's for drying, or for smoking, it's E. Anyway, there we go. So we do maximum amount. I did get some cordage, not much. I'm hoping it's enough for the pig, but that's another thing I need to do to help get prepared for a big seal hunting adventure, is get a whole bunch of cordage ready. And of course, we're just talking the primitive stuff made out of little saplings, but I wasn't really prepared at all for this kill, was I? I just got frustrated because we lost an elk, and then I just started hunting the pigs. But anyway, we'll go ahead and repeat that. 2 batches. We got enough. Come on. Oh, shoot. I'm a little bit shy of cordage, so I'm going to have to go out into the woods here nearby. Now, again, when you're in the winter, you can take your time and be leisurely about stuff, and you don't have to be as prepared because the meat won't go bad in the cold weather, at least not as quickly. Eventually it will, but in the summer, oh my gosh, it can take only like a day or two before the meat starts to go stale and whatnot, and eventually rot away in no time at all. So either way, like I say, summertime, you got to be prepared. The pig skin has been turned into harsh wild sow leather, 3.1 pounds, which will be good for crafting down the road, I'm sure. But either way, it's time to leave the village here. I am going to set a marker, or at least, here's what we'll do. We'll change the color of this one to white, and I'm going to add down here underneath the marker of what animals they sell. Smoked meat. There we go. And I should remember then. Alright, but like I say, we're going to exit and head back to the cave. We've got a lot of preparation to do. After that pig kill made me realize just how far behind I am, but that's okay. I've been setting a bunch of traps and stuff, so I have been preparing, just kind of the backwards way of going about things. So either way, let's make the trip together. We'll go to both of these locations, see if we can slap together some smoking requirements inside our cave. Okay, nice little time lapse there. Hope that wasn't too bad for you guys. But the first cave is all set up, ready to go, at least ready to be tested. We don't have any meat to try smoking it yet, but we still might have to put a door on these caves, but I'm willing to try without it, obviously. Now, the second cave is about ready, but we got a little bit of construction to do, so let's do this together. And we're going to light a torch so we can see a little bit here. I think I've got everything I need. 30 stones. Of course, first we need to place the ceiling and floors, so let's do that. Building tab, and it is the 9 button. There we go. Putting it right here in the corner. Oh, I dropped my axe. It's right over here, though. I'll have to go far for it. Out of the way, fire. You're in my way. Alright, so we'll grab this real quick. Yeah, I was just trying to lighten the load so I could carry as many stones as possible. But, alright, inside of a building. There we go. While we're doing this, I'm going to place another one real quick just below it so that... Okay, looks like the light burned out. There we go. We still finished it. Nice, nice. Yeah, so I think that is a requirement to smoke, is to have the floor and ceiling there, even if we're in the cave. But we're going to try this. All right, so let's rest, and I'm going to try and start the stove now. Might be too dark. I might need another torch. Fireplace. I always call it stove, but... Oh, shoot, I'm 5 stones short. Dang it. All right, hold on a sec. Alright, I had to go to the neighboring mountain tile, but that's okay. It was very close. It's just I've pretty much scoured this little tile for all the stones. But not a big deal. We are ready to go. So, building options, fireplace is F. There we go. Beautiful. It's working perfectly. Got my torch lit just in case. Nice. Let's go ahead and take a little rest real quick. Okay, so we've got our fireplace set up here. This is the 3rd cave now we've built a fireplace in. I've got some boards, some tree trunks, some branches. We're definitely going to want to get some firewood, a couple of trunks, and then chop that up into proper firewood because, of course, when you smoke stuff, not only do you have to light the fire initially when you start the smoking process, but you got to come back every day and light a fire to keep that nice and smoky interior going. But you can push it to every other day, but you start to run the risk of some of your meat spoiling when you go to pick it up at the end of the cycle. But either way, no need to worry about that now because we don't have any meat. So we're still in preparation mode. I grabbed a couple of the cordage, the spruces. I don't know if you guys noticed it in the montage, but I dropped that first batch off at the other cave. But we're going to need to do like 10 times that amount of cordage at both locations. I mean, I'm going to get pretty ambitious. And I tell you what, if we find a seal pack, we're going to try and hunt them to literal extinction. Okay, I was just heading back to the coast to check traps, and I decided, well, we've got some traps right in our backyard here. Let's check these. Of course, we set these in a recent episode, and I made it a point not to bait any of these traps just to see that we can, in fact, catch stuff with no bait in them. And look at this. Instead of actually catching a bird, which is the intention, because we kind of just need these for the feathers, not for the meat here. But looks like we've caught, I don't know what that is. Let's take a look at it here. What are you there, little guy? A big weasel. All right. So not only did we not bait these traps, but we caught a mammal. So we're going to take him out normal way, bring him to the ground, and then finish him off. Okay, there it is, completed. So I'm going to grab the animal, and we will reset these traps because we're coming back in. Now look at this. Interestingly enough, this trap right here, the loop snare, it was set off, but the bird got out of it. Left the feathers behind, though. I think I'll just move that loop snare closer to the cave, but... Yep, alright, so we've had one little bit of luck, and that's fortunate too, because I was really anxious to try and test out our smoking setup, you know? So, let's zoom out of here, and literally we're one step from our cave, which is right over here. I need to start entering it from the other direction, so I don't have to go all the way around. It's another inconvenient part of cave life, as it kind of starts you at the edge of the map every single time when you re-enter, but oh well. We won't focus on the bad stuff for now, so let's see. I've got the cordage. I actually did get a log in here and I chopped it into blocks. I still need to split those blocks into firewood, but we can get going here with the little fire. We'll just use some of our slender trunks. And let's fire that up. Boom, there we go. So this is it. This is the test. Actually, let me go get rid of the dogs real quick. Oh my gosh. So I put the dogs away because I didn't want them to gnaw on the carcass while I was butchering it, but this weasel is only literally had one piece of meat on it. I thought I was going to, since it was big, we'd get like 10 or something. I guess weasels aren't that big. So, well, our smoking is just going to have to wait, I think. I want to sacrifice this cut. I haven't sacrificed anything recently, so I'm going to sacrifice the weasel. We'll hold off. Of course, we're definitely going to have more opportunities to test out our cave smoking. Don't worry, don't worry. In fact, I know it works. The only thing we're really testing is whether or not I need to put a door onto the cave. So we can be assured of that. But, yeah, we'll just take this, what is it, weasel skin, go and prepare that somewhere where there's water. Actually, it's so small, I literally don't need to worry about the water. I've got enough probably in my skin here, or in my bag. There we go. Yep. So I can just do it right here in the mouth of the cave. And it's very small, so it won't take long. It is rainy, we are tired and wet, our dogs are starving, but we're on the hunt once again, this time for something bigger than a weasel, and we've come across an elk. Come to me, bull elk, yes. So we're in a kind of a new spot for hunting. I'm actually over here in the Sartola area. I was just hunting around this area where we found the pigs and stuff. That's what this red X is for. This, of course, is where the pig meat is being smoked, but this is where I found the big boy. So let's give it a shot here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. Let's move in on him a little bit. Okay, he's not reacting to me, so we can get real nice and close. There he goes. Turn at him. And we're going to take a nice shot here. Wrong direction. There we go. Oh, sailed right over him. God damn it. That's okay. Let's do this. Nice. Nailed him that time. Balls in pain. Pierced his shoulder. Or his hind leg. Crippled. Wow. That was a lucky shot right there. So, crippled means he is going to be moving at a slower pace. Might still be too fast for us, but oh, look at this. He doesn't want to go out onto the ice, I don't think. I'm actually going to stop sprinting. I'm also going to go ahead and just wield my broad knife. I don't think we need to take another shot at him, do we? We might get him in melee right here. Hold on. Come on. No. It's all right. We'll get him. Oh, yeah, he's losing steps. That was a lucky shot. Not quite in melee yet. There we go. All right. There's no guarantee this will work, but let's go for the legs. We'll try and take out his... Oops. Well, that was a mistake, but it worked. Yeah, so I was intending on going for his legs and taking him out, but he was so wounded. Looks like a skull hit is ready. All right. Of course, I want to be careful carrying around these starving dogs with us behind us. They're going to want to get at this animal as soon as it's dead. So I want to pull away once it dies. I don't want to keep swinging at it. Look, okay, it just died. I don't want to pass any more turns while they have access to it. So I'm going to back away from it. All right, let's find a tree that's not within reach. There we go. We'll tie up the dogs real quick. All right, there we go. And we'll head back to our kill. That's pretty sweet. Now, I could just bring it right back over here where we've got the other ones. Of course, I don't have any cordage at this location, and the goal really is to take it to our cave. It's not that far, and I always forget that I can pack some meat onto the dogs. I think they can carry around 50 pounds each, so with the big bull elk like this, or just a bull elk, we might still have to leave some behind. I don't know. Let's go ahead and at least butcher it up before I jump to any conclusions here. Skin it first, of course. Always skin first before you butcher. Can we sleep? We're weary. Yeah, nice. Do you see it was snowing a little bit? All right, let's go ahead and make a hole in the ice for some water. Drink that. One thing I can do too, just to increase my carrying, is I'm going to empty out my current water container. There we go. every extra pound we get rid of is more stuff we can actually carry, more meat. I'm also probably going to go ahead and drop this torch. Get rid of the sapling too. Unfortunately, I'm carrying around the punt and the paddle still, but I'm trying to get used to it, you know, having that on me, make accommodations for it, because once we get into our seal hunts, that's going to be with me at all times, basically. Alright, here we go. I guess I could stand to pick up another dog or two, or alternatively, keep the dogs, two we've got, and maybe go get a bull, because I definitely have found a couple settlements. I think one of these. Yeah, this one actually has bulls right here. Ooh, because they have such a greater carrying capacity. And we can pretty much string them along like I do my dogs constantly and not worry about it. Alright, so even with the dogs loaded up, and I dropped everything, including my bow and arrow, and all I could carry was about 200 pounds worth of meat, so I had to leave some behind. Now, here's what I'm going to do, though. We might as well go ahead and use some of this meat to see if we can get a bull. We'll just do a full-size one here. Alright, so I've got 130 cuts on me. I just want to see. It's only a start. Dang it. So what I can do is pull the meat off the dogs, except I just don't think this is going to be enough. Now, I'm definitely overloaded here, so I won't be able to move, but I can still trade with them. So let's try this again. Let's go for the small bull this time. And let's offer them all of that. Is a good start. Damn. So the raw meat is just not that incredible of a trade good, you know. It'd certainly be better, I think, if we prepared some of it. I'm going to go ahead and drop 100 pounds, load it back up onto the dogs, but I think I will prepare it here still, though. I mean, we're going to have ample opportunity to test out our caves at a later time, so, and I don't want any of this to go bad, obviously, so that's the big goal, the big priority. And unfortunately, as previously mentioned, I still don't have any cordage here, so I've got to move this meat up to the house. This is, you can kind of see our last kill is at this location, just peeking out right there. So I'm going to drop the meat off and start to get some cordage. Whew, man, that was a big job there, guys. Of course, like I said, I dropped all my gear off in the field. This is where we killed the animal. And I dropped my meat, too, the prepared food we had. So my guy's pretty hungry right now. Spent about 2 days at that village, just nothing to eat, preparing meat, preparing the skin. And the fur's not even done yet, so we got to go back. But there was a little bit of meat here. Let's see if it's still any good. I have my doubts. Wow. Shockingly, it doesn't even say stale on it, so it's at regular levels. Let's grab all this stuff. It's coming with me. Good, we got enough room. Oh, I should probably remove this marker here too. It's not an important one. There we go. All right, so yeah, we're headed back to the village for sure, because now we got a little bit extra meat to prepare. Oops, it's this one up here. It's the one with the white X on it, right? Yep, this one. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to need a little bit more cordage. Oh, my guy's real tired, though. But let's have that meal. Look at that. We got 6 pounds of dried meat left. But don't worry, I've got like 40 more pounds of it back at the cave. So we are prepared with food. And I'm hoping that with this fur right here, and maybe if I go grab some of the stuff back at the cave, we might be able to get that bull, but I don't know. This is a harsh rinsed fur, so it's going to be it's a harsh skin, so it will be a harsh fur, but I've obviously got to finish it off, so let's have a little rest inside here. Beautiful. Oh, he's thirsty too. I don't want him to die of dehydration. Let's come on back out here to the little watering hole they've got. I'm probably safe to go ahead and fill up my bag again. Fill up with water. Beautiful. Eat. And, oh, you can see the cuts. They're getting stale now. See, it's the stale cuts. I tell you what, it doesn't take long. Just a couple of days here in this warmer weather. And, of course, it's bound to get even more warm. Now, wait, do I have any cordage on me? I've got 1 sapling. Oh, I don't think that's going to be enough, but we can give it a try here. There we go. Cook E. 30 stale cuts. Come on. Yes, just enough. Beautiful. All right, so The meat is fully prepared. Well, it's in process. Got a couple of stacks of it at this location just because the villagers were in my way. So these are both here. We got 131 here, 90 from the pig, and another 130 at this spot. Oh yeah. And let's go ahead and do it. We're going to finish off the skin here too. Oh, I don't have a stone here. I thought I put a stone inside this place just for this purpose. There we go. All right, I got a stone now. It's not ideal. The best would be like a fine club or something like that, but I don't have one, and I'm not going to take the time to make a club at the moment. I just want to get this skin finished and get out of this village. Bears spotted. Check it out. So I came north back to the cave after getting everything completed there. Although I'm having an issue with the fur. I think it's bugged out, but we'll worry about that later. Oh, look at this. There's a bear over here. It's not too far from our cave, but I think it's far enough that it's probably not made that its home yet. But I'm nervous. Normally, even with the dogs, I would go ahead and just encounter this thing and maybe try and take it out, but I had a bad experience with a bear recently in a recent series, ended the whole run, so I think we'll just avoid it this time. It's not needed, I'm not starving or anything. If I was, maybe that was like the only thing we had seen for a while, we'd go for it, but I'm just here rolling through to check the traps once again. Oh, unfortunately our little pit traps haven't hit, but who knows, maybe if that bear follows us, he'll stumble into it. Oh man, I can't even go out on the ice zoomed in like this now. I get the warning. Are you sure you want to step on the ice? That definitely means we're getting close to the time that it's going to thaw. It's just, it takes forever. That's why going out and doing little adventures like the hunting and stuff, it's always good to try and kill some time in a productive way instead of just roaming back and forth on the world map, literally killing time, which sometimes I've done that before, but either way, guys, I think we can go ahead and call it quits here today for this episode, but don't worry, every day that draws by is becoming closer and closer to that big seal hunt, so I hope you're excited for it. Shouldn't be too much longer. I think maybe, in fact, I'll go ahead and spend some time between recordings just doing some odds and ends, getting our cave prepared, and as soon as the water is thawed, we'll start our next episode. So I appreciate everybody coming by for this one. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all on the next one. Hey everyone, I just want to give a personal thank you to my Patreon supporters. Their contributions help make my work possible, and I am tremendously grateful to them. I'd also like to extend an invitation to you to help support my work on Patreon as well. Your donations allow me to upgrade my PC and avoid the dreaded hardware despair. It also gives me more time to devote to new projects and create longer content such as live streaming. No matter what you decide, thank you for visiting my channel.